부릉부릉.
Hey everyone, so you will most likely see footage of me beating Ricardo while you're listening to this. Since I did record this while doing something else pretty much, so I have no audio of it. I muted my game, I watched some videos, I didn't pay too much attention, which might aggravate some people again, but I did strategize at least a little bit. So since the last episode, I leveled up my sinners. Right? I uptied them. I took a look at their ego. I took a look at which egos I wouldn't be using due to like resource management anyway. Some of which can't be changed out since, well, we don't have that much available yet, or at least I don't own that many egos. I thought about my setup in general, so I switched out Heathcliff's identity to the Peckott Harpooner one. And I think, well, depending on how well I recorded it and if you can see it or not, that identity pretty much carried me to victory, since I confused something when doing that. The first time, like, I tried it like 5 or 6 times, right? And then I defeated Ricardo Aniki. And the first time I tried it without flashing in the first round against him, just trying to nuke down the ads, because I thought, oh, once I get rid of the ads, it will be easier. I didn't know he would resummon them later. Anyway, the first time I did that and I just got hit by him, I saw that Heathcliff had like 9 offense level up something, and I thought, wait a second, have I misread some of Ricardo's abilities? Do I want to get hit by him so my sinners are like buffed up and hyped up so they can actually clash with him? No, that's not the case. It's literally Heathcliff's passive, which is broken as fuck, to be honest, since it's not only when he gets hit, but anyone on his team. Whenever anyone on his team gets hit, once per turn, for the next, or rather like 9 times per turn, but for the next turn, he gets 9, up to 9, I believe. The number can be different, I don't know. I don't have it in front of me right now. He basically gets offense and defense level up. And that shit is bonkers because he could clash with him afterwards, and he could damage him quite a lot as well. So whenever that happened, and Ricardo went into his like passive mode, basically waiting with the testes of the big brother to be like hit and staggered, that carried me through it. I didn't do it perfectly, admittedly, okay, I guess I could have done it better. I really hope the recording went well. I didn't double check it afterwards. I don't want to do it again, if I can help it. I mean, I could, definitely, yeah, that's not just me talking out of my ass. But yeah, so I did that. I did fumble along the way, but at a halfway point he fucks off, as you well, most likely know if you've beaten him too. Sadly, I couldn't record any of the audio because I myself didn't expect it to work this well. So I was just watching something else while this happened. I didn't know he would fuck off at like half health, right? I would have enabled my audio again to record him saying, we're gonna end this now, whatever the fuck he said. Afterwards, there's like the post-battle story, and I haven't read it yet. I skipped that one because I wasn't really recording. I was just recording like my screen footage, right? But I was slouching in my chair, scratching my balls, moaning and dying along the way. So the post-battle for episode 530, The Big Brother, here it is.
다시 회복하는 건 너무나 멀쩡하게.
Yeah, you're quite savvy yourself, you know?
내 손질받았어야 할 어느 날의 머리는 다신 그러지 못할 텐데.
So what is their thing? Apparently it's not religion, even though like the whole sin terminology that he used reminds me very much of religion. It's nothing really. Anarchy could be one of their themes, but then again, I don't know really. I propose a theory that the middle's theme is beauty. Some other people have mentioned family. Apparently they're very much like South American gangs in like the whole tattoo business and stuff. And the naming scheme as well, with Ricardo being a Spanish name, I guess. Can my clock even make a difference against someone so overwhelmingly powerful? We just need to revive faster than he kills them. But then again, we would have beaten... What's his name again? The dude in like the... Oh god, what... Was it in... Which district even was it? The dude in chapter 4, the hero. What was his name? Heinrich? No. It was a German name. I can't remember. Oh god, it was a popular German name as well. Wasn't it the name out of the Nibelungen saga? Why can't I think of it now? I am German, I swear. I'm like... Well, I am 1% German, 99% Japanese, but... Who the fuck? Who the fuck? Yes, I guess as soon as I will enter recording, I will remember. My legs began to shake. Strategy, resurrections, it all seemed completely meaningless against its onslaught. Yeah. Gast's voice calling my name has never sounded more hollow. It's Siegfried. The name is Siegfried. The name that I couldn't remember. It's Siegfried. Speak, Faust. How about we run? I just don't know if we can run on water. We will have to try. I can just bring you back and you can talk to me again. The fact that he hasn't figured it out yet, that Dante is the one reviving them? I mean, can Dante just do it, like, with a finger snap by now? Like, without anyone noticing? Or is he still suffering? The first time he did it, the first few times he did it, he was suffering a lot, right? So I assume would have shown on, like, in his body language or his clock face, I don't know. What? Well, I wonder who fucked up there. It's ironic that Heathcliff is the one that carried me to victory in this. I'm sorry. It's like vital information missing. How many times do I need to tap it? How many times do I need to hold it? And why do I not know of a button on the back of my head? Have I never scratched myself? Oh, Dante, you have a button in your asshole. You just need to finger it very deeply, and then you're gonna shoop the whoop everyone out of existence. I'd grown accustomed to total annihilation. We've had plenty on our journey here. Oh, what throwback to the prologue there. Only the original gangsters will remember that one. The original gangsters with no brain fog or like memory issues. The sinners always gave their lives to learn our enemies' weaknesses or patterns, while I worked out of strategy from the rear. And the answer would always be somewhere within our reach. Slowly but surely, we'd figure out the answer. And for that promise of an answer, the sinners rose again. But this time was... I'm sorry, what? Why do I need to kill myself? You skipped like 90% of the plan. For what reason? Am I carrying them with me? Why am I an atomic bomb? Why do I need to suicide bomb myself to stop them from getting to the golden bows? Where the fuck is Virgilius, for one? Secondly, why would my death change anything? Would they use me instead as some kind of compass to get to the golden bows? It seems like our enemies are good enough to find them by themselves. I don't even think that the middle guy really wants to bother with the golden bows. Has Dante absorbed them? Sorry for interrupting Faust like that. I know she's hurt and that's why she's talking slowly. It's just these questions, they need to get out of my mouth as soon as I haven't even stopped thinking them or finished thinking them. Have I missed something where Dante is just absorbing these golden boughs? I thought we collect them and we put them in a neat little like cupboard at home so Virgilius can look at them and go, remember that one. What about Virgilius? He said he'd come help before my head.
현 상황을 알릴 수단도 설령 안다고 해도 앞으로 2시간 가까이 저희에게 오실 방법이 없습니다.
I'm sure that's gonna be egg on his face. Virgilius, you fucked up massively. I hope whoever is your superior will rip him a new one. Because Virgilius is, like, his personality, let's call it that, is the reason why they are gonna lose Dante, they're gonna lose the Golden Boughs, they're gonna lose all of the Sinners, just because Virgilius was so hands-off instead of protecting us along the way. This is bullshit, by the way. It's also weird because I know that the game continues, so all of this is pretty much in vain. I know I should be more invested in, like, oh no, something is going wrong, but at the same time, I know exactly that nothing will come of that. All of these Sinners will survive. They're not gonna switch out Sinners or something. Dante will survive because otherwise the game wouldn't work. If this was a regular story, people would definitely be at stake. Some people could die, right? But due to the fact that this is a gacha, and I don't want to rip on it again due to it being a gacha, but it's just like that. It is a gacha. They can't outright kill important characters, especially player characters. In Nikki, they have like dead Nikkis, but you can still use them gameplay-wise. I don't know how much sense that makes. I haven't played it in a week. I think I'm trying to wean myself off of gacha games. Take a lot of time every day. Whatever, this is neither here nor there. This is this, and that is that, actually. So, what about the Sinners? When I'm gone, you guys are...
알고 있어요. 제 세계는 여기서 끝이 나겠죠. 그러니 최후에 다다를 때서야
Dante's suddenly
방법입니다.
less wimpy when he's faced with this predicament. Well, what's with this Sinners now? I could keep running away. I'll take the boat and try to stay alive until the laws of the lake let Virgilius cross the borders. And do I have lungs? Can I just swim? Maybe. Can I just dive? Can I survive at the bottom of the sea if I don't need to breathe? Has that ever come up with like the poison gas in the first chapter? Does Dante breathe? I can't remember. I don't think he does, right? He was the one who brought everyone back that got poisoned. Anyway.
확률이 완전히 0이라고 할 수는 없겠죠. 하지만 기대값이 났습니다.
So if you assumed at the start of this episode that it would be just the post-battle of Ricardo's fight, then yes, you're right. I guess this episode is gonna be all about that, because I keep interrupting Faust and I can't believe what is happening. This was the second time after Siegfried. The overwhelming sense of dread. So overwhelming that it breaks even our fighting spirits. I'm so glad that I remembered Siegfried before he mentioned it. Jesus, I would have been heartbroken. The incident with Siegfried was humiliating, but he wasn't there to obliterate us. He was just there to teach us a lesson. But this man, he's not going to stop until he's completely broken every sinner's will. Until he's satisfied. Until the humiliation, the middle phase, is recuperated. He will kill. So Siegfried was on another completely different level, right? Because he was an actual color. The big brothers of the middle can't be, like, they're not the most high rank of the middle, are they? If they're basically like the index, what are they called? Proselytes? Proxies? Proxies? Was it a proxies? The index proxies? If I've been told at least that they're supposed to be on the index proxy level. But then again, there was no one stronger in the index either. At least none that we fought. I don't know. It's very hard to put things into perspective with what we know out of the different games and stuff.
ACB는 여기까지더라도 세계 아니 림버스 컴퍼니는 존속되어야 합니다. 단테 결단을
Okay, I decide that I'm not gonna bomb myself, and everyone else, after I die, can just go fuck themselves.
재밌는 게 다 있네. 몸은 다 터져나갔으면서도 눈빛은 죽지도 않고 계속 일어서려고 하는군.
이딴 것들 때문에
I think the only thing we'd need to defeat Ricardo would be to like keep him and Ishmael in a room, and she starts complaining about shit. That would kill any man.
역시 째깍째깍 돌아가면 시체가 되살아나는군.
So he does know it is us. The way Dante is sitting is very weird. It's like we're on a picnic or something.
세상 참 좋아졌네. 근데 저런 기술이 도시에 있어도 되는 거였나? 돌아가면 큰 누님에게 물어봐야겠군.
Whoa. So even better than a big brother is a great sister? Yeah, I want an One-san to like step on me. An One-san of the middle, please. Oh, like any at this point I would take anything. Ishmael, we can't win. I'm sure Ishmael knew that better than anyone. What? Why? I couldn't bring myself to tell her the same thing.
닥쳐요.
Yeah.
지랄 말고 계속 살려요.
다음 기회에.
What happens? Like, how does the time rewind clock mechanic work? There are some intricacies that just haven't been answered yet because, well, some things are better left unsaid in storytelling. But what happens if, like, do the sinners always regenerate in a certain space at a certain point in time? Like, do we rewind by a certain time? Considering it's a clock, it would be likely. Does it rewind surrounding the most pieces of body parts that are still left or something? What happens if Ricardo was gonna eat like Ishmael's heart and it was the only thing that was left? And then we rewind. Would she just explode him from the inside or something? Why am I thinking of this? Why do I want him to eat her heart even? Why? I'm in a very weird mood today. So sorry.
살려. 다시.
Ishmael and I were nothing more than entertainment to him. Where are the others? With every turn of the clock, with every revival, he howled with laughter and clapped with joy. It's like a little kid. Alright, so we're not out there yet. 531, the Big Brother 2, however, is strictly a stories segment. Story stage. This is nothing short of a massacre, a humiliation. He kills Ishmael again and again. I keep bringing her back, feeling that very same pain that killed her. This battle is lost. Maybe Faust is right. Maybe this is where our journey ends. I don't think so, Chief. Also, we don't have that much time left to get to the dungeon. The dungeon is 536, so there's like 5 stages after defeating the Big Brother where we have to get to the dungeon. I assume we're just gonna... I guess Virgilius will save us, and then he'll just carry us on his shoulders to the whale, and like he'll chuck us in, and that's what the dungeon is gonna be. We enter.
좋아, 이번엔 선글라스를 스쳤어. 하지만 다음 기회에.
내가 얼마나 많은 파도를 넘어왔는데 목숨만 무한정이면 어디까지라도.
The mist thickens. It expands, devouring everything. Our futures, our hopes, and any slim chance of victory we had. And so does the fog of my sight, of my mind. Will this continue until either Ishmael gives up, or until he gets tired of this little game? Until he simply walks over and crushes my clock? Sorry. Could Virgilius piece my shattered clock back? Is that even possible? I did as Faust told me to. It blew up my head. Not even a shred of me would be.
슬슬 똑같은 말만 들으니 지루해져 가는데. 메인 이벤트. 시계 부수기로 가볼까?
I called this cock bashing. What did he mean by that? Oh no!
안 돼! 단테! 뛰어요! 어떻게든 도망쳐!
Run where to, Ishmael?
이 지경을 다 겪어도 아직 다리를 붙잡고 매달릴 정도면 당신 엄청 소중한 사람인가 보다.
관리자는 단테는 안 돼!
Should I press the button? Is it really going to be my last ever thought? What was a distant sound? Like an answer to my question. It was a gong. It very much reminded me of like a Railroad 2, sorry, which I still haven't uploaded. I will do so once chapter 2 is finished, chapter 5 is finished. The last boss, like the Buddha thingy. That solemn sound told clearly through the blinding fog. I guess he recognized it. It was a skiff. One much smaller, much more modest than ours. From beyond the misty veil, the skiff slowly glided across the water in our direction. On it was a solitary figure holding an oar. A giant harpoon was attached to the bow of the ship. I mean, if he is distraught by that, we shouldn't get much hope, because if it's not Virgilius, then chances are it will be an even bigger threat. The big brother of the middle, who could probably break that puny skiff in half with his bare hands, stares at it in stunned silence. It sounds like Virgilius, but the nameplate doesn't fit. It became clear that the skiff didn't float here by accident. Well, I think that should have been a given. When the figure on the boat began gently rowing in our direction. Gently? Through the mist, we saw something flash atop the skiff. The figure hurled something in our general direction. It flew so fast that no human eye could catch it. I didn't even have the time to register that something was thrown, before I noticed that something was piercing the big brother's left shoulder. Then, a powerful shockwave, far mightier than anything the pirates had fired earlier, struck us. The air itself quaked. It was not a distance that most people would even think about jumping across, but... Oh, it's not Virgilius. Who the fuck is that? He looks pretty epic. He looks like the Arknight's doctor, actually. The figure leaped over from the skiff to the lobotomy core branch gracefully and with agility. The man from the middle, who so far had appeared unassailable, stumbled and fell to his knees. His shoulder was skewered.
당신...
That's when I finally noticed that what the figure had thrown was a harpoon. A harpoon too immense to be thrown by a mere person, let alone at such a blinding speed. The hooded figure's arm was wreathed in a familiar light.
영감탱이. 호수에서 물고기나 잡는 줄 알았는데 색을 달고 나서 기어코 창새치 고래 하나 잡았다더니 이젠 눈에 보이는 게 없어서 중지도 고래로 보이나?
What? Wait, is it Virgilius or not? Virgilius was a color before. What? Did he... What?
나를 공격한다는 게 어떤 뜻인지는 알만한 사람일 텐데 말이야.
Lambda, read Leviathan, it will be answered there. He did hunt the Marlin whale before the events of Limbus Company. Oh, sorry, I didn't know that. Thank you.
중지도 고래와
Oh, no.
다를 바 없지. 하지만 여기 온 것은 그 때문이 아니야.
It's not Virgilius. Who the fuck is it then? Introducing a new character this late into the story, really?
그저 놓쳤던 고기를 잡으러 왔다네.
아무렴 그러시겠지. 중지는 반드시 잊지 않고 기억한다는 걸 알고 있겠지?
The middle never forgets. I feel like I've heard that, like, somewhere before.
그 밴댕이 소갈머리 같은 책에 남는 공간이 있다면 적어놓으세요.
The old man tucks the harpoon lodged in the big brother's shoulder. The big brother tried to hold his ground against the harpoon's pull until there was a crunch. Like a Captain Crunch.
버티면 부서진다네.
The harpoon tore off his entire shoulder with it. What the fuck? It was a force that would have turned most people into tattered meat.
썩어도 준치군. 다음은 어떨까?
그래, 좋아, 좋다고. 물러가지. 하지만 중지는 늘 기억해. 내가 했던 일은 중요하지 않아. 중지에게 등을 돌린 놈들은 중지가 반드시 기억하고 잊지 않는다.
So the middle really is the Warhammer Dwarves.
그리고 무조건 대갚아준다. 그게 어떤 형태든 간에.
The middle is also, isn't that like one of the Game of Thrones family things? Always pays the debts. What was it? Was that the Lannisters? I can't remember. Does she recognize him? Ishmael and I had no choice but to watch in silent awe as the old man approached us. Is it old man Ernest Hemingway? The harpoon was still in his hand, and if he wished to strike us with it, we could never hope to get out of its way.
난 이 건물을 삼켜버린 내 고기를 찾고 있네. 자네들도 고기를 낚는 자들일까?
Who the fuck is this old man? We're gonna find out. It's the Indigo Elder. 532. Blue embers flickered from the old man's cigar. We didn't need anyone to tell us that he was overwhelmingly powerful. We knew instinctively. Faustus seemed to recognize the old man, led him to Virgilius after a quick exchange of pleasantries. Interesting. Very interesting. So, he's a new color? Is he, like, is indigo the color? Oh man, with the amount of colors in, like, the rainbow, you can really come up with anything. You can go, like, with the hot pink. Why do I keep thinking of dildos whenever I make up these colors? The hot pink Xbox controller. That's me. Next to me. Sorry, like, my imagination is very poor.
아이웨군 파우스터씨, 다른 수감자도 아닌 당신이 이렇게 누추한 곳까지 거물을 모셔왔을 줄이야.
It's not like she did it personally.
뭐 죽다 살아왔는데 따뜻한 환영까지는 안 바래도.
그래, 손버릇이 안 좋은 누굴 위해 개인 상담을 아무래도 다시 열긴 해야겠군.
I mean, this shit could have happened even without Heathcliff fucking up, right? So there's no point in punishing him for that. My boy did nothing wrong. But Julius's obvious discontent at the involvement of an outsider didn't seem to bother Faust.
작전에 투입해야 하는 인물이라고 판단했습니다.
이유는
나는 그 창백한 고래를 잡을 수 있는 유일한 자일 테니까.
Wow. Looks pretty cool.
결할 테지. 쫓긴 노인.
Indigo Elder.
쪽빛 즉색이라는 말씀이요? 내가 지금 즉색 두 명과 한 공간에 있다는 말인가?
Damn, Dawn is so wet. You could say she's like pretty much at sea. Also, how? I mean, Ricardo has said that the Indigo Elder was made a color after hunting the marlin whale. Was the marlin whale one of the other? What are they called again? Not catastrophes, but the other one? Not disaster? Can't remember the term. So, he's a recently appointed color? Wait, are colors appointed by the Hana as well? Or is that like a head thing to appoint colors?
호수 어딘가에서 고래들을 잡으러 떠돈다고 들었지. 마지막으로 들려오는 소문에 따르면 오재앙 중 하나인 모든 것을 꿰뚫는 청새치 고래를 낚았다 하더군.
Calamity. That's the word I was missing. Calamity. Sorry, everyone. What's his actual name, though? Can we, like, he can't just be called, well, I guess. Did they know the Red Mist as, like, Kali people? Do they just, I don't know, is it like a stage name? The old man grunted. It was neither a confirmation nor a denial, but that was the way the old man was. Everyone understood that.
정황상 황금가지는 호수를 표류하는 고래에게 먹혔습니다. 외곽에서만 보였다던 오재앙 중 하나인 그 창백한 고래입니다.
역시 그렇겠지. 결국 그런 흐름일 테니까.
시간을 많이 뺏겼네. 본론으로 들어가지. 나는 창백한 고래를 잡길 원한다.
그리고 우리는 남는 게 시간뿐이지.
또한 저희는 그 고래가 어디로 향할지 알고 있습니다. 당신은 그 고래를 잡기 위해 오랫동안 관찰하고 기회를 엿보며 나름의 방법을 터득한 분일 테죠.
Damn, am I glad that I didn't blow up my head.
이건 어때요? 원한다면 믿기든 뭐든 되어드리죠. 그 방법은
The crowd fell silent when Ishmael finished explaining her plan, which we didn't get out of like suspense reasons, I guess.
미쳤군. 아까 혼자서 제일 많이 처맞고 나더니 아예 단단히 돌아버렸어.
이건 내 목적일 뿐이에요. 겸사겸사 가는 길에 황금가지가 있는 거고. 당신들 알아서 결정해요. 관리자님의 결정이 제일 중요하겠죠. 아무튼 이 회사나 저나 목적을 달성하려는 방법을 모색할 뿐이에요. 그리고 딱히 이렇다 할 방법도 없잖아요.
나는 반대야. 저걸 정상적인 생각이라고 들어주는 것부터가 잘못됐어.
한 가지 질문이 남았네. 붉은색. 자네도 이 낚시에 함께 하는가?
The Indigo Elder suddenly broke his silence with a question.
물밑에 사는 비린 것들을 사냥하는 취미나 조이에는 없기도 하지만 그런 문제보다 우선되는 게 있어서 말이야.
He can't swim. He can't swim. Is that it?
최악의 상황이 아니라면 내가 앞에 나서는 일은 없을 거다.
The old man rose from his seat and walked off as though he was about to leave.
잠깐 기다려줄 수 있겠나? 길잡이가 참여하지 않더라도 승산은 있을 수 있다. 계획을 면밀히 짠다면 우리끼리 충분히 수행할 수 있을 테니
Just like we were capable of defeating Ricardo.
그렇게 섣불리 포기하는 것은
거절한다고 말한 적 없네. 창백한 고래를 잡으려면 이 요란한 비명을 지르는 배로는 힘들 것이.
Screaming? I didn't think Mephistopheles was that loud.
가까이 그리고 은밀히 다가가야 하므로 좁으면서도 튼튼한 배가 필요하지.
Is that what Captain Ahab and Ishmael had back then? Because the whale basically came to them. What if we can just let the whale come to us instead again? So that would be smart, wouldn't it?
아니 그러면 왜 베르길리우스 씨가 안 도와준다니까 바로 승낙을 한 거지?
그러게. 오히려 손이 줄게 되어서 거절할 줄 알았는데. 말씀하신 배는 저희 쪽에서 구비하고 있습니다. 필요하다면 한 척을 더 내어드리죠.
아니, 나는 내 배로 좋게.
그 낚싯배? 고래가 꼬리만 퍼덕이면 다 부서질 것 같이 생겼던데.
아니 저 배 상태는 구려 보여도 어지간해서 부서지지 않는 배다.
엑스사의 합금을 사용했구려. 구하기 힘든 재료였을 텐데.
X-Corp's alloys. Is that the first time we hear about X-Corp in general? What could X-Corp do? Do they make like armor or something? The alloys are this durable?
혹시 그 또한 특색이 가지는 혜택의 일종인가? 소문으로 들었는데.
Instead of entertaining that bombardment of questions, he approached me. Nani?
보아하니 지금까지 호수에서 선원들은 자네의 시계로 인해 목숨을 부지해 온 것 같군. 어떤 원리인지는 모르겠으나 특이점의 일종일 테지.
I don't even know.
하지만 그 고래에게는 통하지 않을 능력일 거야.
Oh, Why? What if it's not a singularity? What if it's like something outlandish, magical?
그러니 지금부터라도 모든 것을 되돌릴 수 있다고 맹신하지는 말게.
I don't like how they're trying to introduce this fact that something that is pretty much manifested and cemented in the gameplay is not gonna work against a certain enemy, because how are they gonna merge story and gameplay then? Because the whole bringing Sinner back thing was the one thing, like the glue keeping this together. It was the best suspension of disbelief. We can keep going, we can keep retrying because Dante can keep bringing them back. If he's gonna tell us now that it's not gonna work, then is it gonna delete my account when I fail? Or like, I don't like that. Why did you accept? Dante, what do you think he understands us? Even after Virgilius opted out. It was a question I've been unable to let go.
어째서 베르길리우스 씨의 도움 없이도 작전을 수락하였냐고 물어보네요.
질문이 틀렸군. 오히려 붉은색이 나섰다면 거절했을 것이네.
Okay.
붉은색과 내가 나선다면 시간은 걸리더라도 반드시 그 고래를 잡을 수 있겠지. 둘 중 하나가 죽을 테지만. 그래서 붉은색이 나선다면 거절할 생각이었네.
에?
그간 내가 잡은 것이 아닌 게 되니까.
그게 무슨 말이야? 이해가 되지 않소.
한계에 부딪힐 수 없다는 뜻이네.
He's selfish, that's what he's trying to tell us.
한계? 지금 무슨 말을 하는 거예요? 필요한 모든 수를 가용해서라도.
지도에 그어진 도시, 그 테두리 너머에 있는 외곽까지가 사람이 두려워하여 그어버렸던 선이라면 그 뒤에는 두려움을 넘어 이해조차 하지 못할 별들이 있는 곳이 있지. 나는 선을 넘어 그 이해에 맞서려는 어부라네.
설마 외곽 너머를 말하는 건가? 그 고래는 모든 걸 집어삼키고 재앙을 부르고 다녀요. 그걸 어떻게?
자네는 먹잇감이 되어본 적이 있는 선원이군. 이곳에 있는 수많은 호수도 모든 걸 집어삼키고 재앙을 부르지. 언젠가 중요한 갈피에 놓이게 되었을 때 자신의 목숨은 전혀 아깝지 않다는 생각이 들게 된다면 지금 했던 이야기를. 나는 원래 조언을 해주는 것에 익숙하지 않아. 그럼에도 몇 마디 던져놓는 것은 같은 노를 저어가는 사람에 대한 동질감이라고 해두지.
As per the old man's directions, we rode on a skiff prepared on Mephistopheles. I saw Ishmael moments before boarding the skiff on Mephistopheles. This was Ishmael's plan, but I had no way of knowing what she was really thinking. I had an inkling, yes, and so far I've been going along with those vague guesses that led to disasters. So I had to ask her myself, what the fuck do you intend to do? Ishmael, what do you really want? Yes, what you really, really want. Well, I didn't expect that, but it's the single best thing to come out of this chapter yet. I see another vision of Ishmael. She was hiding it well from the other sinners and Virgilius, but I could clearly see what she really wanted. Her true desire. Ishmael, you... She was lifting a body from the waters. A body that was torn asunder. Shattered bones, strips of muscle tissue, flesh. Ishmael trembled with elation before what looked like the captain's mutilated corpse.
뭐예요? 얼른 가죠.
Damn, can I get more of that? Speaking of more of that, we will continue next week, because this episode has gone on long enough, and there will be a fight in the upcoming stage. I assume there's gonna be like next week's episode, and then we're gonna get started with the dungeon, I guess. Yeah. Like I should be on track to finish this by the end of February, I believe. I don't know when do we already know when the next chapter is gonna drop? Hopefully without delaying it further. I'll try my best, okay? God damn it, I can't play more video games than I already am. Why am I complaining actually about that? I hope no one else. I hope none of you are complaining that. Well, I am going slow. I know that, okay? It's that it annoys me. Is why I'm like straw manning here and like talking to myself and criticizing myself. Profusely apologizing. Fuck that shit. Oh, one thing I wanted to. Oh god, hopefully people haven't closed the video already. Well, you should be able to see that it's a little bit longer. To celebrate the fact that I defeated Ricardo, I wanted to do this. I wanted to extract the second Walpurgis Night target extraction, which is a banner that came online, I believe, today. And I have a few, like, I have a little bit of lunacy left, and I have a freestyle identity assured extraction, which I'm not gonna use yet, because I'm gonna wait for like an identity I definitely want to release in the future. I would like to get Otis out of this one, so maybe I'm lucky. I think it looks bad. Yeah. Oh. Wait, no, wait. What does that mean? Alright. Taking our time then to open this up. We're etching, basically. Ooh, what do you think it's gonna be? It's 2 green ones. Green means good, right? Oh, it's gonna be done. Like, double dawn. Dupe dawn. Oh! Sparkling! Spark! Oh, it's spark! I can't believe it. Oh, Lambda luck strikes again. Oh, the chumps that have turned off the video already will have missed this. Can you imagine? People, please get angry in the comments. All engagement helps. Rodian, let's see what we get here. Done. Okay, we got it all. Is the ego in this one? I want to kiss Dawn on all her mouths on this suit. I want to boop her little bulb. I want to like stick it up my bum. I want to do all these things. What is that one? That's like a Dawn dupe. Okay, that's all I wanted. It's all I ever wanted out of a single extraction. There's nothing else in there, right? There's no ego. It's just these ego identities. Great. Maybe that means that we're gonna use Otis in a dungeon. I don't know yet. I haven't really looked at the kit, to be honest. I only saw the teaser. Let's see. Let's do it right now. Why not? I mean, then people won't be able to complain that the episode is too short either. Coin power +1 for every free burn on the target, max free. And why the fuck does she scale with burn? Who looks at Shooty Man and thinks, yeah, he's burning people? Makes no sense. Inflict Dark Flame. It's a unique burn. Max. Sorry, I just got a message. I hope it's not secretary saying that I was too loud. No. Give me a second. I told her that I would be there in 5 minutes. So, target loses defense level equal to the value of this effect. Deal value times burn on target pride affinity damage. Then expires. Inflict burn equal to dark flame on target. Man, these, like, I kind of like how there's a unique interaction for this, but at the same time it kind of trails off, because if there's only one sinner to hold up the dark flame, how good can it be, really? I'd rather they flesh out the existing ailments and mechanics than like coming up with new ones, to be honest. Coin power +1 for every 6 burn on target, max free. How are the coins anyway? That's like an 11. That's like a 16 on the skill 2. That's pretty good with some more additional coin power. Like that's an additional 6 if burn is stacked up high enough. At less than 4 magic bullet. Value changes depending on certain skill effects. The higher the value, the higher the base power and coin power of skill 3. Okay. At less than 4, gain 1. Inflict a dark flame equal to magic bullet next turn. Okay, so with Detonate Magic Bullet, you gain Magic Bullet. And on the skill 3, which has a baseline of 15. Only one coin with a +4, but the base of 15 is sweet. Deal +1% damage for every burn on target, max 30. An offense level of 45, which identity level +5. I don't know. Is 45 good? These numbers change so rapidly. I can't tell. Before the attack, gain 1 additional magic bullet. So you always have at least 1. Lose. Oh, and that's a math equation. Lose magic bullet -1 times 5 SP. So if you have 2 magic bullets, that's like 2 minus 1 is like 1 times 5 is 5 SP. Is that it? Or yeah, I guess it wouldn't be -1. It would be just magic bullet times 5 SP. Anyway, 80k weight becomes equal to magic bullet value. Okay. So it's always at least 1 80k weight, attack weight. If you gain, or if you have another bullet out of this one, then you have 2, it attacks 2 people. At 10 or less SP, 50% chance to attack indiscriminately. But you see where it targets, right? Before, since that's like the thing of the game. After attack, if at 7 magic bullets reset to 0, counts as spending the last ammo. If at 7... How would you ever, like, use skill 2 7 times? Or like 6 times before using skill 3? On hit, inflict Dark Flame equal to magic bullet next turn. Okay, on the defense, you also gain a magic bullet once per turn. Gain final power equal to magic bullet times 2. Lose SP equal to magic bullet. What about the passives? If the main target's defense level is currently lowered by 4 or more, gain burn on main target. Poise before attack. Max 20 per turn. What about the support passive? Resonance passive, which is dog shit. One ally with the most SP deals 10% damage with ego skills. If the ego skill consumes 7 plus ego resource, deal additional 5% damage. I have to say, the resonance passives are just so dog shit. They're really, really bad. And what about the Dawn identity? If we're here already, I might as well look at it. I shall nibble thee. Yes, yes you shall. Gain aggro. I don't need any more aggro identities, I don't think. It's like 4 plus 3. Gain +4 aggro. Target has 6 rupture coin power +1. That's pretty good. We have a lot of good rupture identities at this point, I think. If target has less than 2 rupture count, inflict +3 rupture count. And skill 3, which is the all important one. More aggro, more coin power. It's like a that procs. That's like a 4 + 4, which is 8 + 4 is 12 + 4 is 16. Whirlwind Om Nom Nom. Oh, that's an interesting one. Heal 15 HP, heal by 50% more HP when reusing coin. Heal additional HP based on rupture on target, 2 HP healed per 1 rupture, max 40. And at 50% HP. More or less 50% than 50%. What does this mean? At 50% minus HP. Reuse coin once. Confusing, very, very confusing. If target has rupture, final power +3. They're reusing this final power thing in this event, it looks like. Heal HP equal to remaining shield HP. Once per turn, max heal amount, 10% of max HP. This mocks all the other, like, guard defense skills so hard. Due to the fact that she can just heal up passively if she's not hit by that. Heal HP equal to remaining shield HP. That's so good, even if it's just 10% of max HP. You use that a few times in like a long encounter, and she has some good sustain. If this unit's skill slot has aggro, clash power +1. What the fuck? That's pretty good. Heal 6 HP every time this unit hits enemies that targeted this unit with an attack skill in a chaining phase. For abnormalities, each part is calculated separately. Wow! This thing is like a heal tank. The ally with the highest aggro skill slot heals 4 HP every time they hit an enemy that targets this unit. Does not apply to units without aggro. Well, I have 2 units with aggro, Rodian and Heathcliff. I'm not gonna switch out like the little sister though. Why does Dawn get so many nice identities? I don't understand. Anyway, this is gonna be the end for today's episode. Again, next week we're gonna like finish up the remaining stages, no matter how long it takes, up until the dungeon. And then Ishmael, shut the fuck up. And then we'll do the dungeon. And that will be like 2 to 3 additional videos. So you're looking at... I can't math. Bye everyone.